What's up, everybody? Slightly off topic here with the Wednesday's Knightwatch. This is episode 20. We made it all the way to 20, guys.
Almost legal.
So,
yeah, man.
Oh yeah. So, I'm sorry we weren't live last week, guys. I was out in the great state of Texas, and I think everyone had something to do pretty much. But
yeah.
So we're gonna talk about a little breaking news. So we'll let Chris kick this off.
Well, hey, let's introduce ourselves, man. Before we.
Oh yes, I am.
Let's get started, man.
I am either T-Ram or the real Ant-Man.
ETEP.
Pause. What the hell is T-Ram?
Yeah, what is
the real Ant-Man?
T-Ram? So that's what you're going to call yourself now?
Yeah.
You switching it up?
Yeah.
Actually, that's not bad. Making it short. Making it short.
That's a bad dad joke.
No, making it short.
Oh, come on, man.
Anyway, I'm King Blackcherry.
There you go.
Come on, it's not like I'm shooting myself in the leg here, guys.
Oh, my God.
Pause. He has it.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
Whoa, hey, turn that down, buddy.
That's you.
No,
that was
it
you.
wasn't me.
Yeah, it was you.
I know it was me.
Anywho.
Anyway.
We got breaking news.
Yes. I saw Venom yesterday. This movie has gotten trounced by critics across everywhere. Everyone that's a critic hated this movie. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. Kid you not, I dreaded going. I contemplated, like, do I really want to go see this movie? I was like, yeah, do I really want to go see it? Even when I was sitting there in my seat, and then while the previews are going, I'm like, I've seen the trailers already. Hurry up, let's get to the movie so I can get through this. Watching the movie, I actually kind of liked it.
Okay.
Kind of liked it? Or really liked it?
I kind of liked it.
So
kind of like it.
It's, don't get me wrong, it does have its problems. It does have problems. But it's not to the point where I'm going to sit here and just trash the whole freaking movie. Because things worked. Things didn't really work. That I was questioning, like, why'd they do that? And I was like, okay.
So I read some of the negative reviews, and one of the common themes was the movie really didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know if it wanted to be a horror movie, a comedy, an action movie.
That is true. Because at some points when Venom actually comes apart, like of Tom Hardy, and he's actually doing things, and when he's chasing after the police, or whatever the case may be, it's like straight up just like out of a horror flick or whatever, and it was like really intense. But in that same instance, when Tom Hardy is acting as Venom, or like doing a voice as Venom, is actually kind of interesting because the fact that their dynamic between each other is kind of like how Gollum was talking to himself, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that, and I find that very entertaining. Michelle Williams' character was very just, I don't know why she was even in the movie, but she was there. She was there used. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. The main bad guy in the movie, the guy who plays him, I forgot his name off the top of my head, was very miscast. He did what he could, but I think he didn't play the billionaire, I'm trying to save the world kind of a thing. Because the whole thing was the fact of like how the symbiotes came to Earth. It's the fact that this billionaire is pretty much imagine, like I say, Harry Osborn.
Okay.
Imagine a Harry Osborn wanting to prolong the human life.
Okay.
And knowing the fact that Earth is pretty much we're destroying Earth and whatnot, and we're going to have to live outside of Earth. So he goes out to get these symbiotes to bring them back in so we can actually interchange our DNA with them and actually live outside in space. Okay. Kind of a thing. Kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't, but you know, it's reaching out there. The guy who plays him didn't play that role very well. Okay. He was more like I will use this as an example. A Topher Grace in Spider-Man 3. Ugh. Like, very, like, ugh. Like, I don't believe you kind of a thing. Like,
you're not making me want to go see this movie right now.
You don't have to go see it. You can just sit there and just wait till it comes on Chris King's
video
library.
That's the best place to watch movies, personally.
Well, you trying to tell me Tom Hardy was really good at his job like he always is in every movie?
Yes, he was really good at his job.
You know, and that's funny, too, because when I see this movie, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Tom Hardy is excellent as Eddie Brock. He's a perfect casting.
Yes.
but I feel like the direction of the movie could have been better.
The direction of the movie could have been better. And also
was he awkward as the reporter? Because I heard like
no, he was great. As
okay, because some people that was like another thing I was seeing. Like I did see it both ways though. Some people said he was actually really good as a reporter. Some people said it seemed like he was uncomfortable in the role.
No, he seemed very comfortable in the role to the point where he was like I would say like an Anderson Cooper going out to the role, just like pretty much discovering the bullshit that people are telling, and like he will discover that out, and that was his job, and he played that role very well, even though he had the job for only he only had the job for like a little bit, and then got fired because of things that happened.
So supposedly, like I heard that he was working in New York and got fired for something like he did in New York.
So do we mention Spider-Man in this movie?
No, not at all.
Weird.
Spider-Man doesn't even exist.
Why? Because he's far away from home?
Yeah. that takes place in San Francisco.
Hans, he has it.
This movie does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Well, no, it actually in the comic books, in the Lethal Protector comic books, it does take place in San Francisco.
Oh, but isn't that like way down the
But that's what I'm
line?
saying, though. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, though. That's why I wasn't crazy watching this movie, because
you didn't watch the movie.
I'm still not crazy to watch this movie.
To watch it. Okay, I got you.
To watch it. Anyway, I wasn't crazy to watch this movie because the whole thing is kind of goes past the whole origin of Spider-Man, where like they just skip the whole his connection to Spider-Man, and just go with him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let's go with the whole Lethal Protector storyline, which I mean, I understand why, but for me, my preference is because I think, like I said, Tom Hardy is great. I think would be great as Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
I think even the costume looks great too. Yeah. Like you can probably attest to that, right?
Yeah.
The whole Venom, everything looks great.
Everything looks great.
Yeah.
When he comes in and be like, all of a sudden he holds up his hands, Tom Hardy holds up his hands, and he becomes mask on, and then all of a sudden he becomes Venom.
Venom, he is huge, and he's like looks like the face, everything about it looks amazing as Venom. Way better than Topher Grace.
Yes.
But the thing is, though, I think the problem is with me with the movie, and that's why I wasn't real crazy to go see it. Not because of the reviews, to be honest, because I even saw the trailers, and I'm like, I just don't buy it, because to me the whole connection with Venom is Spider-Man. Yeah. The fact that Spider-Man wore the suit first, rejected the suit, and then also Spider-Man, in a sense, cost Eddie his job because he grabbed, like Eddie Brock was a reporter. I should have said it in the last podcast. Eddie Brock was a reporter who claimed he found like a serial killer, like the identity of a serial killer, but it turns out Spider-Man caught the real serial killer. That's where Eddie lost his job, and he blamed Spider-Man for that. So it's like the fact they have both the symbiote and Eddie had hate for Spider-Man. That's why they bonded to become Venom, and that's why I felt like it's such a great storyline, because Venom all his was try to kill Spider-Man. That's his whole mission was, until he actually, I think what happened was, I can't remember. I think he was kind of faked out of killing Spider-Man. Or, no, actually, what happened was they faced Carnage, and that's when he got over the whole like him hating Spider-Man, because they like teamed together to take on Carnage. Take on Carnage, and then after that, that's when they started the whole Lethal Protector storyline. So that's kind of like I feel it messed up all those storylines. Like it's
they missed the storyline of the Spider-Man, but the protective thing you're talking about with Carnage. No, that's to come.
And I saw I spoiler alert. If anybody wants to see this movie, spoiler. I've already read that Woody Harrelson is in the end credit scenes, and he plays Cletus Cassidy, who becomes Carnage.
Yes.
So I think that's pretty awesome. Honestly.
Yeah, that is, because Woody Harrelson's awesome.
Yes.
And the way they did his hair, and that way he looks
curly red hair,
the way he was like writing like Carnage on his like cell door. Like in blood,
and you know, and Woody Harrelson might be a little bit old for this role, but to be quite honest, he's perfect for the role, because he played what's his name? I forgot the character's name in Natural Born Killers. If anybody has seen that movie, it is pretty freaking far out, pretty crazy movie.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, so like he is actually perfect to play Cletus Cassidy. But
so if this becomes a sequel, I would definitely.
I think it made enough money that
I think so.
Make a sequel. It made $80 million the first week, which is ridiculous.
And like you said, you liked it.
I actually thought a Star Wars Born, which I really want to see. I thought that made a lot of money too for that kind of a movie. $40 million. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
So-
but I think that had a lot of not only star.
That's gonna have legs though.
That
Because
will have legs.
Dude,
That's going to have legs until Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
I think it might even go into the spring or to late winter when the Oscars come around, because that's gonna be an Oscar movie.
Yeah,
They'll put
probably.
that back in the theater.
I think so too.
Yeah, and then you know what's funny, dude. From working at the movie theater, we know this. Soon as like the Oscars gets announced, dude, you'll have like 1 million old people there watching the movies. Dude, it's true. It's
So
true,
true.
dude. It's so true.
I remember we used to work back.
Remember
in
The Pledge? Dude, like no one went and watched The Pledge. Great movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I love The Pledge. Dude, I think Jack Nicholson got nominated for it. Dude, all of a sudden, all these old people
How about Chicago?
start watching The Pledge.
How
Yeah,
about the
Chicago.
Chicago?
too.
Oh my god, that movie used to always be packed with old people.
Yeah.
And you know what's hilarious? They used to come out, the old people used to sing their songs like, oh. The funniest thing ever, man. You see these old people coming out of Chicago, like singing their like those songs from Chicago. It's like, oh, I love this movie.
So, before we move on to the PlayStation news, Chris, I want to say welcome to the Beard Club.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, it's great. Publix is now allowing us to grow beards.
Yeah.
Yeah, woo! Publix. I saw Ryan Raymond growing out his
Now I
beard.
think the Yankees are the only people that don't let their employees have beards.
Speaking of the Yankees, man.
No, we're not speaking of the
Oh,
Yankees.
what?
Just move on. Let's move on.
Before we move on, the critics gave this a 20. Well,
Oh yeah, let's.
Right,
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
sorry.
That's a good topic. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie a 29%. That's a collective score of all the critics
Yeah.
who saw the movie, rated it, and they gave it 29% overall. Say that they liked it. Okay, all right. I have some things here that Rotten Tomatoes have gotten wrong. Okay, first one up. Are you ready for this, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, 2008.
Trash.
77%.
77% a dumpster fire.
Have you guys seen the movie Equilibrium?
Yeah, with Christian Bale.
Yes.
I didn't mind that movie.
38%.
Oh,
Okay.
don't tell me which side it's going to be on.
Yeah.
Sharknado,
Oh, Sharknado's trash.
82%.
Really?
Yeah.
Cloudy with a Chance of Dumpster Fire.
Suicide Squad, which I didn't think it was a really bad movie.
No, that movie's horrible.
Really?
Oh, I would like that. To me, is less than 5%.
Okay, well, never mind. We'll skip that one.
That movie's garbage.
X-Men, the last...
Speaking of Suicide Squad, hold on a second. Let's talk about the Kevin Nash Scott Hall of the Marvel MCU, going from WWE over to WCW. Yeah, James Gunn.
Hey, you know what though? That's an awesome pickup though for DC. You know, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Just
Oh
keep
yeah,
it
we
going.
need to talk about the Aquaman trailer as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about it in a little bit though.
X-Men, the Last Stand, 2006.
How much?
Hot trash.
58%.
You see, you should have got like 5%.
5.8%. Did
Yeah.
you miss a decimal in there?
No.
Is it 5.8%?
No, it was 58%.
Garbage, man.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995.
Dude, that movie's. I really like that
Yeah.
movie.
I'll give that 80.
51%.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that is.
Yep.
I really like that movie.
That's actually a really good
Star
movie.
Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
That movie better be lower than 50%.
20%.
65.
That's bullshit.
What? What? What?
That's even worse than the first one.
Kingdom of Heaven, 2005.
That's actually not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie, but you know what? It could have been better. I would say it's like around 60.
39%.
See, I would have given it like I think it's just the editing and all that was bad in that movie.
Home Alone, 1991.
Dude, I know you're going to say it's less than 50%. That movie's like 100% my opinion, though.
55.
Wow.
Speed Racer, 2008.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
But it's probably in the 30%.
39.
Yeah, I can,
It does-
but I understand why that's in the 30%.
Why? Because of content?
No,
No.
It was shot. Like everything was like
You have to like the style they did
yeah.
it in.
It was like a cartoon style.
Yeah, it's like a really. You ever see it?
I've seen trailers.
Oh no, it's good. Like
It's really
Matthew
good.
Fox plays Racer X,
Yes.
and yeah, it's a good movie, dude. But it's like okay. So I know it's a bad example because the movie sucks, but you know, like the Flintstones. You know how it had like that, like it looked like a real cartoon, kind of. That's like what this was.
Yeah.
It was like it was like a realistic looking cartoon, but I actually really liked the movie.
You know, it's funny though. I think that's one of the movies where the critics and the people got it wrong because if you like Speed Racer the original, you probably love that movie because
Yeah,
think it had
I
that-
thought it was good.
I thought it was good. We
Yeah.
actually saw it for free.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. It was good.
Yeah, so it's one of those movies that actually they got it wrong probably because it was a good like homage to the original.
Yeah.
Right. Back to the Future Part 2.
Dude, I love that movie.
Okay. Well, maybe that be.
I like
there.
part 2.
62%.
See, it should have got higher.
I think it should get higher.
Even though it has similarities to the first one, it was still a great, fun movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Hook, 1991.
No,
See,
I know they trashed that movie, but I like that movie. They used 20%, right?
Rufio.
30%.
Yeah, I knew they trashed that one.
Man on Fire, 2004, with Denzel Washington.
I like that movie a lot,
Dakota
too.
Fanning.
Yeah, I would give it like 80%.
39.
See, that's bullshit. That's a great movie.
It is.
Spy Kids,
That's
2001.
trash.
It probably got like 68%.
93.
Spy Kids? But it had Antonio Banderas in it, and didn't it have Danny Trejo?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Trejo automatically gives you about 80%.
And the cult
I'm
classic,
a Muppet.
What cult class or what?
The Boondock Saints.
Oh, well, yeah, but he don't like it.
It's not like I don't like it. I think you guys way overhyped it for me. Like when you guys, oh, this is such a great movie.
Oh, you mean like, what was overhyped for me?
Scarface.
Dude, Train Spotting, overhyped for me. Everyone's like, oh, Train Spotting, like this amazing movie. I'm
Pretty
like,
good movie.
I'm like, yeah, I want to watch these idiots take drugs. Yeah, that's the kind of movie I want to watch.
It's like
Movie's
Mercury for a
stupid.
Train.
Anyway, what did it get?
20.
I would have get it higher. At least 60% for me.
You know what the thing about that movie is, and like the thing I love about Boondock Saints is like the dialogue.
Yeah.
Like he
it has great dialogue.
You could say whatever you want about the editing. I don't really care about that. But I do think the scenes with like Willem Dafoe are really cool.
Oh, no.
Where he's like describing the crime scene, like
Oh,
those
yeah.
scenes are really cool.
But you know what's
But the
funny?
dialogue's amazing in that movie.
But you know what's funny though? I always think to this. I always feel if it does of any movie for that matter. No matter how bad the director is, or no matter how bad a movie is, and this goes to Venom.
Yeah.
The actor is if it's a real good actor, he carries that movie.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the actor. I think that's the writing.
Well,
Of
yeah,
that-
but I
of
mean,
that
but
Boondock
that's
Saints.
the delivery on the actor.
Yeah.
But
I think like Troy Duffy, the director and writer of it, I think he's like a poor man's like Quentin Tarantino.
he is a poor man's Quentin.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't like that that much.
but the thing is like his like dialogue's just as good though. Dude,
It's funny,
I
but
love when they kill the cat, dude. Like I love that part. They're like, oh shit, he's like you think he's okay, and it's like he's like splatted on the wall. Or like how about the good shooting,
shitty shooting.
I
I mean, it has a lot of great moments, but I mean, it's a poor man's Quentin Tarantino movie. That's what I felt about it.
yeah. Why don't you leave the real work to the detectives? Like, oh, what if there's one guy with 6 guns?
And I like good moments, but
Yeah.
I just felt like it wasn't as good as like a Quentin Tarantino film, which it was trying to be. So anyway,
At the end of this, go see it. Form your own opinion. You don't have to follow the critics. Just form your own opinion on it.
Just don't listen to Ryan Raymond.
yeah, he gave it 8 out of 10. I don't know if he gave how much. He gave 8 out of
I'm
10.
thinking Chris is going like 6.57.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I.
See, that's okay.
But that's the feeling I was getting from
Yeah.
you when you were talking
That
about
actually though, that I probably say that's probably on point.
for what it is, since Venom is a actual villain.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoyed the movie overall, but it wasn't like A+, like, oh my god, this thing's amazing, everyone needs to go out and see it. No, it's not. It's a smaller tale of it,
Yeah.
and everything. And that's how it needed to be, and I enjoyed the acting, I enjoyed the fact of, like, when Venom was cracking jokes, I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he was sitting there, like, Tom Hardy was sitting there talking to Michelle Williams or whatever, and then since they were, like, exes or whatever, Venom was, like, saying, like, hey, you should get with her. I like her. Come on. You know you want to.
So Ryan liked this movie when Venom's not a funny character, but he hates Thor Ragnarok because he says Thor's not supposed to be a funny character.
Technically, though, like I've seen the Venom in the comic books, and he does kind of make make jokes.
And you don't think Thor would make any jokes in the comic
No,
book?
because actually there is the picture of Thor being kind of funny too in the comic books. I remember this one storyline with Hercules and Thor, and it was actually a kind of funny storyline from what it seems like. So yeah, could happen.
I just think that his opinion, like I don't know, I think Thor Ragnarok's one of the best MCU movies. So that's just my opinion. I love that movie.
And yeah, so base your opinion, guys. Whatever you want to, go. Don't base on a critic. Just go watch and see it. So
Yes.
anyway, so we're just talking about James Gunn. Unfortunately, we want to have no picture of it, but
No, well, we're supposed to be on breaking news, but I don't know why we went to Venom so quick. Here, we'll go back to breaking news. How about that?
Okay,
there we go. Back to breaking news.
breaking news. So anyway, breaking news. So
Turncoat, James Gunn.
yeah, it's not a turncoat.
Dude, he totally Scott Hall'd it.
No, he got fired.
He got fired.
And then, like, you know what?
Okay, he.
Okay, so James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So the movies you guys love got fired because he posted something on Twitter like 10 years ago. Something
we talked about it. Just move on.
Anyway, he got fired, and Batista made a big deal about it. He plays Drax, the guy who plays Drax, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think I might quit," and all that. It was a big deal. Disney thought there might have a chance for hiring him back, but they said no. So anyway, he jumped ship, and now he's in DC, gonna direct and write the sequel to
possible direct. He's writing.
Okay. So he's writing Suicide Squad 2 and possibly directing it.
Yeah.
Which, to me, it's awesome. Honestly, that's a great move for DC.
Yes.
Because I think James Gunn is perfect for that movie.
Yes.
Now, here's a question, though, I have for you.
What's up? What you got?
Now, is the studio going to try to meddle with that? That's my only question. If they're going to try to meddle with it, I think it'll be a great movie. If they, try to,
Who's in charge of it now? Who's in charge of the DCEU?
I have no idea.
I thought it was Zack Snyder, but I think he's gone.
I think
it was, God, I'll look him up. Keep going.
I don't know. I'm not sure who's in charge of it. I know they're trying to,
We'll keep on the DC. What do you guys think of the Aquaman trailer?
I don't care for it, honestly.
I liked it.
I thought it looked good. Like, action scenes look good. I kind of like to have Black Manta in it too. He looks pretty on
Chris,
point.
do you like it because it's Aquaman, or do you like it because it's Uncharted?
Okay.
You gotta admit that shit's Uncharted, man.
Okay.
I played Uncharted.
I like the trailer. It was long. Don't get me wrong.
5 minutes.
It was long.
Yeah.
But everything that they showed in the first trailer, they showed in this trailer. And they just expanded it. They didn't really give anything.
I can see that.
They didn't give anything away. Almost like every single scene I saw, I was like, "Huh, okay, that's from the first trailer. That's from the first trailer, just expanded.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just longer. Nothing new except for the suit at the end."
I was waiting for Nathan Drake to pop out though the whole time.
I mean, it definitely looks like a pretty high budget, pretty action packed movie.
I don't know if I could just get past Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my hatred for Roman Reigns. He looks just like Roman Reigns. Or the fact that he's not supposed to be Samoan. Like, that's weird to me, too.
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be, like Scandinavian?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Honestly, like we were talking about it the other day, Chris Hemsworth would have been perfect for Aquaman. Because he kind of looks like the role.
Yeah, but he can't be. That's the problem.
No, he cannot be. He's already playing Thor.
But yes, he like, I see, that's how I picture him, to look something like Thor.
So then, you cast his brother then, Liam.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's like a poor man's Chris Hemsworth. That's like,
even if you...
Well, never mind. Both of the Wilson brothers are tools, so I can't even say it's hiring like Luke or Owen.
I mean, I'm thinking of like someone with like a strong jawline like that. I'll probably... Robbie Amell. Stephen Amell.
Even though he's playing... Oh, Robbie? Okay, gotcha.
I could do Robbie Amell.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think it's even Jason Momoa. I think it's just the fact that his delivery, I'm not real buying it. Like, he was like, "Oh, I should have peed on it" or whatever. You just like the whole when the whole thing, the artifact. It's like, "Hey, let me take your water." It's like, "Oh, what did I just pee on it?" And I'm like,
"Oh, I could have just peed on it."
And I'm kind of like, "Oh, okay." I mean, you're trying to be funny, but I'm not real buying it. And I don't know. It's just, I'm not really crazy about his delivery of the character, but. Like I said, the action scenes look pretty cool. I don't know who's playing Black Manta, but I love the suit, dude. I don't know. Do you know who Black Manta is?
I don't know who plays him.
I don't know who plays him, but you know the character, right?
Yeah,
I don't know the character.
Well, anyway, the character in if you see, he's like one shooting the big beams on him. He's like one of the Aquaman's main villains, and he looks pretty on point, spot on, really. So that kind of gets me a little excited. So we'll see how it goes, but. Anyway, that looked pretty good. It wasn't that bad. We'll see how it goes. Let's go back to Suicide Squad and James Gunn. I think that's going to be
well, it can't be any worse than what was originally Suicide Squad.
Have you found out who
with David Ayers?
Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns is in charge of DC.
And he is actually a DC writer, right?
Yes.
He's write comic books. Okay, so that actually might show promise.
Now, was it Zack Snyder before he took over?
No.
Oh, it's always been him?
It's always been him, but of course... I'm sure Jeff Johns probably actually just gave him free reign to do it, and then now Zack Snyder's out. I mean...
I think it should have always been Christopher Nolan.
I think he was tired of it, though.
Yeah, but he could have just sat back and been the head guy.
I think what happened was the fact that since he helped produce Man of Steel, and that was not that bad of a movie, even though it was a Zack Snyder movie. Mm-hmm. I think he had some pull in that to make it not as bad as it could have been.
I think the problem with DC is the fact is they're trying to be the anti-Marvel. They're like, oh, let's go dark, let's go serious, because Marvel's being all joke, like throwing all these jokes. Now they're trying to be more like Marvel. I think honestly DC needs to concentrate on each property of theirs and do exactly what they should do with each property.
Or they figured out the fact like maybe we should copy Christopher Nolan since he was dark and succeeded being dark.
Yeah, but that's a problem though. Don't do what's best for the franchise. Don't do what's best for like.
Well, you know what I love about the Marvel movies though is that like even though I mean they're lighthearted, whatever, but that's not like each movie's like its own genre.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
That's kind of like where they succeed. Like Iron Man's like more. Like technology, like war kind of thing. Yeah. Where like Captain America is more like espionage stuff like that. Yeah. And I mean they all kind of like have their own thing. Like Thor's more fantasy.
Yeah. Guardians is fantasy, but
Guardians sci-fi fantasy, more sci-fi than fantasy. But like I mean each like one like even Spider-Man's like kind of like a teenage like coming of age story the way they did it. So I mean like each one like has its own thing. And to me, like that's what makes it so great. Whereas I don't know, like to me, like the DC movies are all kind of like meshed together.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think where they're going, hopefully, like it's not too late for them because I think they might be going on the right track. Getting James Gunn is a huge coup for them, honestly. Yeah. I think James Gunn doing this, directing and writing Suicide Squad 2 will be a huge plus. I couldn't see them, and unless the studio messes with it, which hopefully they don't. Because, like I said, the trailer for Shazam for next year, and that actually looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. So if they keep on doing that, I can see DC rebounding in the next couple of years. I mean, Wonder Woman has looked pretty good the first one, even though you didn't like it. I thought it actually was pretty good. It's a pretty good step, though, in the right direction.
I don't think it was a 94 or whatever it got.
But it's a good step in the right direction compared to what they were doing the other movies.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And I'll be quite honest, guys.
What a waste of Chris Pine, though.
It is.
Oh, he's back for the other one.
No, but it's a waste of like.
How's he back in the other one?
I have no idea. He
must be 80 years old in that role.
No, he died.
He died. Yeah, you're right. How does
he was a set photo of him. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Okay, well, hopefully that's
they explain that. But what a waste of Chris Pine being that. Like, why not use him on an actual hero? Like, he's such a good actor.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Like, honestly, like, I mean, I love Chris Pratt as Star-Lord, but I could have seen him being, like, a character like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But, I mean, that's... But you know what, though? What a waste of, what was it? Guy who plays Heimdall, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Like, he could have played a bigger role. Like a
but he was still a great character.
He was a great character, but he wasn't, like...
Yeah, but you know what? If they would have made the first two Thor movies better, I bet you he would have been a better character. Like, those, like, movies, like, could have definitely been better. If they had less Natalie Portman and less Kat Denning and more Idris Elba, like, that would have been way better.
Don't get me wrong. He's a badass, but at the same time... They could have done a lot more with this character. I feel to me, it's a waste of character because they could have done another. What's up?
No, Bradley said he can't wait for Shazam. Probably going to be a great DC movie.
I agree.
That was my favorite movie trailer when
Comic-Con.
From Comic-Con.
Yeah, I
thought it
agree,
was great.
Thanks, Brad, for commenting, man.
I can't wait for Shazam.
But no, like I honestly think though, like Idris Elba could have made a better role in Marvel Universe. Now that spoiler, he's dead. I don't know, like.
Well, you don't know. You don't know that.
Well, they can always.
They said Loki might not be dead too, so who knows who's dead?
Yeah, I hope.
Nah, he's probably dead.
I don't want to. I'll be honest. Dead. I don't know. I want to do like bring back characters back. So, but there's certain characters I feel like they were like in the MCU that great actors kind of wasted.
Mickey Rourke.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
thank God he was gone.
No, but I'm saying like Mickey Rourke's a great actor.
Yeah,
great actor. Yeah, they could have got him a better role.
Yeah. Or a better.
Now they need to bring back Justin Hammer because Sam Rockwell, dude, I like that character.
Hey, you know what? Academy Award winning Sam Rockwell. They could bring him back. They could bring him back too. Cause
I agree. Thor 2 was horrible.
Yeah,
worst MCU movie. Incredible Hulk might be worse.
No,
it's close.
Then Thor 2?
Dude, Edward Norton sucks. If Mark Ruffalo was in there, I'd be like, that's a better movie.
I disagree. I think Dark World is worse.
Dark World is so much worse.
I think Dark World, then Iron Man 2.
Well, yeah, because it didn't have Kat Dennings in it.
Yeah.
Anything without Kat Dennings is automatically better than Thor 2. Kat Dennings sucks.
But no, I'll say Thor 2, then Iron Man 2, then probably Hulk.
I'd rather watch Iron Man 2 than Hulk. At least it has Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Bad. I don't know. Too much stuff in it.
Who cares? Still not Edward Norton.
Dude, the ending
Edward wasn't that bad.
I don't like it.
No, I thought the actresses were pretty good in that movie.
No, they were, but I just don't like Edward Norton. I don't buy Edward Norton as a Hulk. I buy like Mark Ruffalo as a Hulk. Or I'm sorry, as Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
I don't buy him as Bruce Banner.
I mean,
I just look at Edward Norton and he's always Edward Norton.
See,
he like never changes it up.
See, the reason why, and here's the reason why I picked those 3 movies and all that's the worst, because it all has to do with villains. I thought Malekith and Thor 2 was terrible. Great actor too. I forgot the actor's name, but a great actor. Terrible role for that character.
I do love the part with Thor and Loki though, where he like cuts his arm off. Like that was a great.
No, they had some great scenes with Loki. Loki actually carried that movie. Honestly, I think he did a great job with that movie. Iron Man 2. I mean, was bad because of Whiplash. Because like I said, Mickey Rourke could have been a great villain, and it just didn't do enough with him. I think he only had like one moment, like one scene in the end. It was like such a the ending was so lackluster.
Did you see the alternate fight that was supposed to happen?
What, with Iron Man 2?
Yeah.
Well, probably longer, right?
It wasn't longer. It wasn't a necessarily fight. It was more the fact of like a situation where Gwyneth Paltrow's character was like more involved. The fact that like Mickey Rourke actually had her, to the point where he's going to kill her, and then Tony had to figure out a way to.
Probably would have been better.
Probably would have been better.
It looked better, but all the CG wasn't done. It looked a lot better.
Yeah.
But we got what we got. We got like a minute fight scene.
And I think the reason why is because they want to show off War Machine too and all that. And I think that's the problem.
So I'm just hearing some wind and rain behind me. I just want to say to our fellow Floridians up in the Panhandle, be safe out there with Hurricane Michael.
Be safe, guys. Yes. But those were my picks for the worst. But in the same time, when I look at the MCU, even the worst movies are still not too bad. I mean, my opinion. I know you guys might disagree, but in my opinion...
No, I can still watch Thor 2.
I can still watch them, so...
I can still watch Iron Man 2. I can still watch those movies.
In my opinion. But, anyways, more breaking news. What happened this week?
PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation. Oh, I wish I had a champagne bottle. Anyway... Starting... Actually, no, we can go back a couple weeks ago, where they finally decided to do crossplay.
Yeah,
we can do that. Crossplay... on
Fortnite.
Came to Fortnite.
Probably coming to Rocket League pretty soon too, I would imagine.
Probably.
Because those are like the 2 biggest, like I would say, like games that people have been wanting cross-platform play.
Yes, definitely. If you have a PS4, you can now cross-play. If you have a PS4, you play on Fortnite, you can now cross-play with Switch, PC, and Xbox.
Which is awesome. Thank you, Sony.
Thank you, Sony.
Listen to the fans. That's great.
Yeah, that is great.
And then they did something else for us. These sly motherfuckers have been doing it. They actually said this. They were going to do this. I didn't believe them. They said last year they were going to let us change our names.
Like 15 years in the making.
Yeah, 15. No, it was like 11, 12.
Okay, 11, 12 years in the making.
12 years in the making. We can now change our names. Now, this is very convoluted. This is very complicated. All right. If you are a beta tester for like any new betas for like update softwares,
or like Fallout 76 beta.
No, pretty much say the fact if PlayStation came out with a new update just for the system wise.
Firmware.
For firmware
beta
yeah.
Update. Okay.
So like if you're part of that program or whatever, you may get this chance to change your name early, and you change your name for free first, even when it comes out. One time. It's very convoluted because the fact that how Xbox did theirs, Xbox does the same thing with the fact that you can change your names and whatnot. But the thing is, if you change your name on Xbox, it's no big deal because Xbox behind your name is like a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
Pretty much like a serial number kind of a thing. Doesn't matter if you change the name or not, it's a serial number. But like for us, PlayStation users, wherever we created the name, that was our serial number.
Yeah.
That's where it took so long. That's what everything else. Now the convoluted thing was the fact that like, if you change your name, and if things don't seem to sync up, or don't act right on certain games, like say from April 1st to now, it could possibly mess up a save. Not save, but like a couple possibly mess up either the chance of you actually getting ready to play that game, which sucks, which really, really sucks, or leaderboards for that matter. Now, we won't know that until it comes out, but that's what the news is going on right now.
Is it going to mess up your cloud saves?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Cloud saves is good. Everything will be good. You can change your name at least once. You can go back to the original name if your leaderboards or anything like that is messed up once. So you're good on that. You can actually even have your name, your original name, and then your new name, so your friends can find you.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
So you can keep them both.
Yes, you can keep them both.
You know what though? I'm kind of glad because we were about a month ago. We guys were arguing, vividly about all this, about how.
That wasn't us. That was Ryan.
Well, you and Ryan were arguing vividly.
Don't put me in that category.
Well, I'm putting in that category.
Don't put me in that category.
You're in that category. I'm sorry.
I would never argue.
You're categorized. You're in that category. I'm just saying.
You stir the pot today. I'm just saying. You stir the pot today with Ryan. I'm not gonna.
Today I did.
Yes, in the group text messages.
Oh,
yes,
hold on a second. We're gonna get to this later, but this guy picks against his team in football picks. Who does that?
Dude, you guys
Giants all the way, baby. We're gonna beat them Eagles.
You guys just fight just to fight. You know that?
No.
You got argue just to
Never.
argue. Oh yeah, you do.
Never.
Yeah, you do. And
Never.
Oh. Never.
Don't argue with me, Pete.
Sorry, I'm not gonna be Ryan Raymond. But I'm just saying though, I'm glad that the fans that this is happening because these companies are actually listening to the fans.
Yes.
Like for instance, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. They're trying to hear the people's grievances and they're trying to change it up. I know Switch maybe some people still don't like the online, but hey, give it a chance. They might actually improve it. So we'll see what happens.
I'm hoping that their redesign that they're talking about that's coming out, I'm hoping that has a voice chat app.
I think that's what they're doing.
Oh God, yeah.
And if it does, I'll be getting a new Switch.
So I'm just saying. I think that's what's happening. But I'm glad.
I think so. I think they're gonna make it more powerful.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I think it's gonna be
it's making money. It's making a lot of money right now. So why not? But I mean, I'm glad they're listening to him, and hopefully they just keep on doing this, keep on improving on all this because that's what they need to do. So, any other breaking news, guys?
Yes. Also, as well, PS5 is actually being developed right now.
That is true. I heard about that.
Yes. Also, as well, Xbox is now trying out their whole cloud cloud gaming
streaming.
Yeah, streaming.
xCloud.
Yeah, xCloud stuff, which I'm not too fond of.
So they're not listening to the fans.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's say the fact I live in Montana or Idaho, I don't have that good of internet connection. What's going to happen then?
Well, you obviously wouldn't be able to stream your games.
Exactly. So what's the point of me even getting the xCloud?
So, okay. My question is what's the technology behind it? Now, am I actually streaming the game, or am I streaming a feed of the game being played on a PC?
Well, I think of it like the same thing as Google is doing right now with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Great game, by the way. Everyone should play
What's
that.
Google doing with it?
You can actually stream Assassin's Creed Odyssey to your PC pretty much for free. They're beta testing it out, and people are actually just plugging in controllers and playing it.
Well, I know they have the same thing for the Switch in Japan.
Yeah.
You can do Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the Switch in Japan by streaming it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, here's the thing. I don't know how Sony was doing theirs, but if they're you're just streaming... Okay, so the game's being completely played on a PC at Microsoft headquarters. You're just streaming a video of the game.
Yes.
Shouldn't take more than a cell phone connection to do that. Shouldn't,
but even
granted, it's not. Granted, if you're in Montana, that's not really going to work that well. But I mean, let's be honest. There's probably 3 people in Montana compared to a big city that actually has real
3
internet.
3 people live in Montana.
Well, okay,
5. Sorry, 5 people live in Montana.
Sorry for the people in Montana who's hearing this, okay?
No, there's only 5. And if they're listening to us, that's pretty amazing. We're hitting the 5 people in Montana.
That's 100%.
Yes.
Let's say the fact of even the fact where the city I was 2 weeks ago, I was in Eastman, Georgia. Shit you not, took us 20 minutes to get to anywhere. Took us 20 minutes to get to freaking KFC, Walmart, all that crap. Their internet connection was straight up trash.
What was their town's population?
Probably really small.
So I was in a town in Texas that the population was 1,544. They had fiber in their whole town. They're gangsta. Straight up, dude. Great internet too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, but how close were their homes?
Oh, they were in a little square radius area.
So pretty much you
and then everything in between their homes and the next town was windmills. Just big ass windmills.
Really?
Yeah, like the big like white one, not like the old school Dutch ones.
Like the Dutch,
no, but just like big ass windmills, like just like as far as the eye can see.
Okay.
So, any more breaking news we guys got?
There's a new trailer
for Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary.
So yeah, Chris, you posted this today and all that.
Yes, I did. I kid you not, probably watched it while I was at work and was like, "Huh, that's interesting," and turned it off. Didn't think anything of it.
You didn't like it?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't like oh my god, I need to go see this kind of thing.
Okay, so I really am a big fan of the first Pet Sematary. To this day, I think it still creeps me out to watch that movie.
I like it because it's something everybody can connect with emotionally.
Yes.
So, do you know the plot, Chris?
I've never seen Pet Sematary.
Wow. Okay.
So, spoiler alert, even though this movie is like 100 years old. So, basically, it's about this Indian burial ground that if you bury like your pet in, it will come back to life, but it's not your pet anymore. It's not a zombie, but it's like almost like absence of like any like, I guess we could say like any conscience.
Yeah, it's evil. Practically it's evil.
That is straight up horrifying.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that like I think my dog is dying, that's straight up horrifying.
Yeah, but anybody can connect with it because we've all had animals that passed away that we would love to have back. So if you had access to that, everybody would do it. Like,
I'm not watching this movie.
Who wouldn't do that? Then they take it one step further.
Well, here's the thing, though. So, like, the whole storyline, and people who watch it, it's like a small family. It's a husband, mother, and a husband, wife, and their 2 kids. A girl and a small boy, and all that. Anyway, and like they have a neighbor over there who's a farm guy, and it's like a farm town in Maine or whatever. Anyway,
of course it's in Maine.
And so anyway, and he's the one who's telling him, and the old man, his neighbor's telling him about Pet Sematary. Oh yeah, because I think their cat got run over, and they took him to the Pet Cemetery and buried him, and then came back to life the day after. And he was just telling them though, like, but the guy was warning him, please don't be careful because they don't come back the same. They come back different, Yeah. So he was trying to tell him that, warn him about that. So anyway, what happens is during the start of the movie, their son, and I don't want to spoil this, got killed by a truck. A truck hits the son and pretty much dead. So the family is completely like devastated, completely devastated. I mean, the husband has so much guilt. The father has so much guilt because of that. Because even his wife's family blames him for it. They all blame him for it. So he decides to take his son to the cemetery to bury him over there and all. And his neighbor warned him. There's even like a ghost apparently in the movie that actually tries to like warn him too. Say, don't do this. It's it's dangerous. The ground is sour. He said.
Mm-hmm.
And so sure enough, he does this. Son comes back to life, but it's an evil little like killing machine and all that. So yeah, it's and some of the stuff in the movie is pretty. Like, there's certain scenes that's cringeworthy.
Yeah, for
real
sure.
cringeworthy scenes in the movie. So it was a very good movie for its time. I think it came out in 1989, 1990. And it was a very good horror movie.
Very good movie, though. I enjoyed it.
Very good. So the
sequel wasn't that horrible either.
No, I didn't watch the sequel, but
it wasn't that bad. I mean, it shouldn't have had a sequel.
Yeah.
Speaking of shouldn't have had sequels, there's also movies that shouldn't be remade.
But we'll talk about it in a second.
Yes.
We'll talk. But watching the trailer though, it was pretty good. It looked pretty good. I like the act.
Very similar to the original.
I like Jason Clarke, who plays the main guy. That's good casting on for that role. Also, they cast John Lithgow to play the neighbor.
John Lithgow's always good.
He's a great actor, so it does look promising. I'm not sure if it should be remade because let's see how good it is. Movie.
Yeah.
Because they did do.
I hope it does enough to differentiate itself from the original.
I agree. Because the original is really good. But at the same time,
if we're just making it for the sake of putting it in HD, and like updating, like stuff like that, I don't think it should be happening.
But I mean, in the same sense, I saw the Stephen King remake of It, and I thought that was a really great movie. And I like the original movie, so we'll see.
Yeah, but I could always do without claymation. So.
Oh, you mean the special effects in the new one?
No, the old one. With the spider?
Oh yeah. Oh well. Hopefully the sequel does a great does justice to that because I thought that was the worst part about the original.
Oh yeah, dude, it's terrible.
The stupid spider, terrible. But yeah, we'll see what they do with this movie. But anyway,
so that'll go right into our slightly off top 6. What horror movies, should not be remade?
Yeah, and definitely.
So we'll start with one that we'll let Chris talk about.
Oh, Saw.
Yes.
Seeing this movie the first time, it was something for me, being as I'm younger than you guys.
Yes, generation gap, definitely.
Yes, generation gap, definitely. I saw this movie and was completely blown away at the ending. And I kid you not, I've probably seen this more times than I'm actually willing to admit. I've seen every single one.
How old were you when you saw the first one?
Literally, when it first came out.
How old were you?
I don't remember.
He was in
10?
No, he was in his 20s.
I was still in high school. I was watching this in class.
18?
I thought it came out when I was working at GameStop.
No.
No, it came out 2001, I think.
It came out that early?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're probably 18 or 19, right?
No. I was younger than that because I was still in high school.
Dude, 2001, he would have been like 13, bro.
You really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm horrible at math.
You're
Came
just
out
old.
Came out in 2004.
I was working at GameStop.
Yeah.
And I'm 30 now, so...
No, but I figured, 2004, you would have been what, like 18? 16? 16.
16, yeah.
16, yeah.
You're horrible at math too, man.
I'm not horrible at math.
No, you're not. But.
I'm just tired.
But,
Either way, I really enjoyed this movie. I remember watching a bunch of times. I've seen all of them. All of them are not that great, but...
I've only seen the first two, I'll admit it.
I think most, the first 4, I think. Yeah, I think that's...
Do they get better after 2? Because 2 is trash.
3 was really good.
I actually
Was
like
it?
3 because it kind of goes right back to 2.
Yeah.
And 1, actually. It actually all connected.
They actually
that's
all
kinda
connected.
cool.
And
Yeah.
then 4 was like, I don't know what we're doing. 5 was like, oh god.
How was Jigsaw?
Don't watch it.
Okay. I wasn't planning on it, just asking.
I think...
Just don't.
But you know what's funny? I remember watching it when it first came out too, or we watched it on DVD or whatever. I can't remember how we watched it, but anyway.
What's a DVD?
Wow.
Got 'em. Watched it on cassette tape, did you? Or VHS?
Or
Dude,
Laserdisc.
it was no VHS at that time. What are you talking
I
about?
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was.
The VHS didn't die till like
Actually, I was playing it on VHS at school.
Saw?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, DVDs only came out in like 99, 2000. That's when they first started taking off.
Yeah, because I remember I had this in, like, I was sneaking in my TV studio class, and we would be watching this while I'm editing, like, another video.
Man, okay.
And also, this was a college film, by the way, and it was great.
Yeah, watching this and all, the twist is awesome, I thought.
With Carrie Ewells and...
Carrie Ewells and...
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah.
Danny Glover.
And I also had Benjamin...
Absolutely.
I had Benjamin Linus from Lost, too, remember?
Michael Emerson.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And also, as well, the writer was actually in the movie as well.
Who was the writer?
The guy who was...
The second guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second guy who was chained in the room with him.
Who played what's the name, Jigsaw, or the guy who played Jigsaw? I forgot the actor's name.
I forgot his name, but he's a...
What else is he in?
He was a bad guy in 24.
He's a character actor. He's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, I always thought that his portrayal of Jigsaw and all was really awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the message of the whole movie too. It's like he was just trying to make people appreciate life. You know, people who screwed up their lives, who are drug addicts, who've done stupid things.
Yeah.
Just trying to make them appreciate life. Do the best for themselves.
Exactly.
And I like it was such a cool concept actually, considering that in the movie he actually was dying from cancer.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole franchise, so it was a really good take. And to be honest, I agree. It should not be remade because I don't see how they can make it any better.
Yeah. It would just be the same thing.
It would be just the same thing.
Same thing.
More creative deaths. I just don't see how they're going to do it. They already pretty much covered everything, honestly.
Yeah, and I don't know, the whole original scene in the bathroom stall is so iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, how dirty it was.
Yeah, exactly.
How,
just everything about that part was so iconic. So The Walking Dead came back this week. Did you watch it?
I did.
I watched it too. Where are you at, Pete?
No, didn't watch it.
It's a new beginning, man.
Is that a question that we got right now?
No.
Oh.
I was just thinking about it because we're in the horror kind of thing, and we didn't mention it in breaking news.
We can talk about it after we're done with this.
That's fine.
We'll talk about it after and all. Not trying to get off subject or whatever. But, so any other thoughts about Saw?
I enjoyed the original. I enjoyed the first 3. Even when it got to the one before Jigsaw, I forgot what number it was. I think it was 7. The one before Jigsaw, and it was like they actually tie up everything.
Yeah.
Even throughout the whole entire series, I was like, "Holy crap!" And then, but after that, I was like, "Okay, we're done. We're done here. Ended the series. Good, cool." But then Jigsaw came out. I was like, Okay, well, I gotta go see it.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't. It made so many sequels now. I feel like all they can do is just continue making sequels.
But the guy is dead.
Well, I just don't see them being remade. I mean, it may
hopefully they don't remake it.
A reboot or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think they should touch it. To be quite honest.
No, I think just
what if he had like a son that takes over our daughter?
I mean, that's what the whole thing was about. In was it the second one? Or the
No, he was actually the fourth one. Actually, they revealed they had a.
Never mind. Sorry.
No, his wife was working in some sort of like pharmaceutical company, or whatever, or like some sort of like his pregnant wife. Yeah. And then like, some druggie like punched her in the stomach, or whatever,
exactly.
and then
she took over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to Misery. Pete, this is all you.
Oh man, dude, this is a great movie actually, and it's a great movie because of the actors who play the roles. Kathy Bates, who plays Annie Wilkes, who is a complete psycho in the movie, and James Caan, who's this writer, who gets in a car crash, and and
this is Stephen King, right?
It's Stephen King, yeah.
You think it's based on a true story?
I think it's based on maybe some sort of kind of fantasy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm thinking of. Like some fans.
I mean, obviously, probably not to the extent of the movie.
No,
it's probably over embellished. But
yeah, absolutely. But probably some fans who wrote him letters who probably way too like.
Because fans be crazy.
Yeah, for real. Because like maybe threatening him or whatever. Because it's like an book author who gets in a car crash. She ends up saving him and takes him to her. She takes him to her home, her cabin or whatever, and tries to heal him up or whatever. And she says like, "Oh yeah, there's no phone lines. There's no way we can contact outside people. So I'm just gonna take care of you through the whole winter and all that." And she's a big fan of his book series called Misery, and she's like, "Oh, I love the character. I'll even name my pig Misery." Anyway, so one day she out of nowhere she freaking flips out because she reads her new book and finds out that. He killed off the main character, and she's like, "You can't kill her off, and all that stuff. You got to bring her back to life." And you find out how crazy she really is.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's one scene in the movie where she finds out that he's trying to escape. So what she does is, she takes a wooden log, puts it between his legs, and takes a sledgehammer and just cracks his ankles. Yeah, literally, it looks like his ankle looks like a swinging door.
Ugh.
It was just that intense and all.
Like Sid Vicious?
Yeah, like Sid Vicious. She called it hobbling, so he wouldn't escape. So yeah, it's a really intense movie, and honestly, the reason why I think it should not be remade because Kathy Bates plays such a great psychotic fan or whatever she was. That I couldn't see anybody else, redoing that role. It's just too.
I agree with that.
Academy Award-winning movie as well.
It was actually.
Yeah.
She actually won an Academy Award for that role. And to be honest, she played some other roles and all that, but that really was one of the roles that put her on the map.
Was she in the TV show for the Bates Motel?
No, I think you're thinking of somebody else.
I think you're someone else.
Yeah, she was in Fried Green Tomatoes, and she was also in Dolores Claiborne. Which is another
Stephen King movie.
Another Stephen King movie. So
you may know her from Disjointed or Big Bang Theory.
Disjointed, freaking awful. That is hands down the worst Netflix show I've ever seen in my life.
Was she good in it?
No, dude. It was just terrible. It was a horrible. It was it was all about so she was the owner of a pot dispensary in Colorado, but the show wasn't even a show. It was just skits or just I don't know, dude. It's so random and stupid and garbage. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so bad.
All right.
Okay.
You're gonna talk about this one.
Okay, I gotta talk about Cujo because you guys haven't watched.
I think he's all cute looking. I mean, he has a little blood on his face, but he's adorable.
So Cujo, I think, came out in 1980 something.
1983.
See, she agrees with me. Toby Max Jr. says worst show ever. See, I'm not the only one. That show is freaking awful.
We gotta watch it one time.
No, we're not gonna watch it one time. I watched one or two episodes and I was just like, "What the shit is this?" Seriously, it's that bad.
Thank you for mentioning that because I won't watch it. But anyway, talking about Cujo, came out in 1983. Started Dee Wallace and all that. And
Dee Wallace, Daniel Hugh Kelly, Danny. I don't want to butcher your name, sorry, but Penterio.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's about Saint Bernard, who
Beethoven.
Not Beethoven.
It's like Beethoven. Look how cute he is.
Yeah, cute with all that
blood on him.
yeah, blood on him. Yeah.
Oh, he was hungry. Probably just like ate something. Ate a piece of steak.
Bro, no.
That's how I eat my steak cooked. It's like bleeding like that.
Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Medium rare all the way.
Medium rare. Yeah, definitely.
Oh God, you guys like ugh.
Savages, we know. But anyway, so Cujo was the Saint Bernard who was trying to like chase a bat or whatever, or chase a rabbit. Goes in this rabbit hole where there's bats and gets bit.
Winnie the Pooh, motherfucker.
Was Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, he got bit by a bat who had rabies. So of course the dog gets rabies. So I think what happened was in the storyline, somehow like Dee Wallace and her son, like a mother and her child, like were she just had an affair with her her husband or whatever, or like no, she has an affair with another guy. Anyway, so they were like trying to leave town or whatever. I can't remember the whole story, but anyways, her and her son suffered from asthma or whatever. So anyway, the dog, like they're like kind of in the middle of nowhere. I think they ran out of gas, and the dog like literally comes out of nowhere and tries to attack them. So pretty much most of the movie is them being in the car, and the dog trying to attack him, trying to get into the car and all that, trying to attack him. And it's pretty intense though, because it's like pretty much like in the movie, the kid is like 5 years old, 6 years old. He's half naked. The woman looks terrified throughout the whole movie. I mean, I don't know. They must have been in the car for I don't know how long. I just don't see them pulling off a movie like this nowadays because it just looked too real. Yeah, it looked just way too intense.
Well, I feel like that's like a lot of like the horror movies we're talking about. Like there's like they all kind of have like a sense of realism.
Yeah.
Like in here, that the ones that we don't want to be like remade.
Yeah.
Because and I think that like that helps like kind of like helps the fact that like
we don't want to watch it again. We don't want to see it like today's standards, like how it would be remade again.
I just don't see it like being remade because of how intense that whole like because there was pretty intense scenes in that movie and all, and I'm like, I don't know, especially with working with a young child, I just don't see them Hollywood doing that again. So I think they should probably leave this alone, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though it was an older movie and it could use maybe some updated HD kind of look to it,
no,
I don't see that being something that should be remade.
I agree. Welcome to the show, Shauna. Okay, the next one is Aliens.
Okay.
But actually, it's Alien. I accidentally put the wrong image. Sorry about that.
It's Alien original.
Yeah, it should be Alien.
Well, either or should not be remade, honestly.
Yeah, but I don't consider Aliens a horror movie.
No, that's an action movie.
Yeah, it's an action movie.
I agree.
So Alien is actually the movie we're talking about, the Ridley Scott movie.
And we all watched this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We've all seen this.
And the video game for it, Metroid, amazing, by the way.
And we
and
can
the
all...
other game, Alien Isolation. Terrifying. Holy shit.
Wait, I think that's what captures the first one, actually. That video game captures kind of the first one.
Yeah, because as soon as you see the xenomorph, I would literally was like, nope, done.
The greatest part about Alien is the sense of aloneness.
Yeah.
That you feel like in that movie, and like you really feel like she like by herself, and like she has no one to help her.
And by the end, at least, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, it's cool. It's almost like I feel like when we always kind of fascinated about space travel, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We always like I think as a society we always want to see how far we can go in space.
Space Force.
Yeah, Space Force. Wow. Anyway, but we always kind of fascinated by going to travel to other planets. But the only thing is we always have that fear. What will we find? And I think that's what the premise of Aliens makes it so.
I'm not gonna lie though, my favorite probably "What Are We Gonna Find" movie is probably Mission to Mars. I love Mission to Mars.
It's a good movie. It definitely kind of tells how like kind of defies what we've all believe in, really.
But I think that's what makes it so cool.
Yeah.
I just remember Sphere back in the day.
Sphere's a good movie.
Yeah, you remember that? Michael Douglas?
I did not
Sharon
remember.
Stone, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Michael Douglas, I think Sharon Stone, I think Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel Jackson, I know was there. Yeah. You think of Dustin Hoffman?
Oh yes, that's what I meant. Sorry, Dustin Hoffman. Yeah,
it's okay. But no, I was saying though, like that's what makes so fascinating about Alien though. It's like the whole thing. What if you find an alien like life form? And I mean, what it will be? It'd probably be terrifying, and that's what they do in the movie.
Like Predator.
like Predator.
Species.
But I think honestly, well, Species was pretty terrifying.
That's a cool plot though. Like the whole species thing. Like the movie wasn't really that great, but like the whole plot line where like the species came down and was like looking for like the perfect human to mate with. Like I like that part.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that movie being remade. I think they could do that movie.
I think they because like the plot's there. I just don't think they did it right.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Actually, that movie wouldn't be that bad to remake because it wasn't that popular, and it's something that can actually improve on.
They made like 6 of them.
Yeah, but they weren't that good.
No, they weren't that good. But they were
I'm just saying though, they kept making them because they had a good like.
Was Jodie Foster in Sphere? Was that who it was?
No,
I thought it was Sharon Stone.
I think it's Sharon Stone. She's thinking of Contact.
That's Sharon Stone was actually in Sphere.
Yeah. Contact you're thinking of. Whoever mentioned
that was Shauna.
But I mean, going back to Alien.
Shauna just lost the movie game. So. You're out, Shauna. Sorry.
What a surprise. But going back to Alien, though, I think what was the most horrifying moment in that movie?
Oh, probably when she met the mother alien.
No, you thinking that's Alien 2.
Oh, yeah, it's Alien 2. My bad.
I was more thinking the first time we saw the chest buster.
Yes, definitely.
And you know,
come out and you're like...
You know what's funny, though, about that movie, though? Watching that movie, it's like, I think, like, it starts off really slow, kind of. Like, very slow. Like, the thing jumps in his face. And then
the face suckers are ridiculous.
Yeah, like, they look like spiders.
Yeah.
And they, like, jump in his face. And then, like, they're eating, like, spaghetti, right? And out of nowhere, the guy's, like, freaking looks like he's having a heart attack. And then that thing just pops out of his chest.
I think the best moment in any Alien movie, though, is when Paul Reiser gets it.
Oh, that's an Alien too. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a scumbag.
He is a scumbag. I love it.
Oh, I hate him in the second one, dude.
Oh yeah, that was like straight up karma right there.
Oh, definitely, dude.
He got his comeuppance.
He is such a scumbag, little Weasley kind of guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a great that's a great character for Paul Reiser.
See, I kind of and not to go off topic, whatever, guys. But anyway, so I actually wish he was like that in Stranger Things season 2. He kind of wasn't though. I wanted to be that kind of scumbag kind of guy, whatever. Yeah. And he kind of wasn't, which kind of disappointed me, honestly.
I've been in Texas, Shauna, so you go work out, and, I was going over there with some steers.
We're not saying the other one. No. Not saying that.
Anyways,
yeah, so any other thoughts about Alien?
No, let's go ahead and move on to the last one.
Oh, man.
I can't watch this movie anymore.
Cannot?
No. Really? I don't like it. Creeps me out. Way too much.
Dude, we're talking about kids and all that, right? We're talking about young actors playing roles maybe they shouldn't be playing. And this is definitely one of them. Because Linda Blair doing this role, I think she was probably 11 or something doing this role. I can't say, but yeah, like, there's some scenes in that movie that I'm like, yeah, a kid should not be doing this. It's pretty
Probably not.
Pretty intense.
Who directed it? Woody Allen?
No. I don't know. I forgot the director, man. But the whole crucifix scene, yeah.
This guy doesn't get it.
I know what you're saying. Yes.
Well, who's the other director? That was Roman Polanski. Did he do it?
No, he did not.
You sure?
No, he did Rosemary's Baby though.
Is that another like weird?
Kind of, yeah.
The director was William Friedkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do anything else?
Keep going.
Well, anyway, so like,
The French Connection.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Killer Joe. Bug.
Actually, Bug, I heard, is really intense too.
The Devil and the Father Amorth. That's weird. He directed a couple CSI episodes. The Hunted with
Liam Neeson? Not Liam Neeson.
No, Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. And Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Rules of Engagement with Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson.
I like that movie too.
Yeah.
So Blue Chips.
Blue
Chips. With Shaq.
Nick Nolte.
Directed a couple episodes of Tales from the Crypt. The Guardian.
With Kevin Costner.
The Guardian?
Oh no, that's the Bodyguard. Never mind.
The Bodyguard.
Good Lord, man, you already failed the movie game too, man.
Twilight Zone, To Live and
Shauna hates Rosemary's Baby. I don't know why, but she hates it.
I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Cruising.
Anyway, though, so talking about The Exorcist. Keep on talking about The Exorcist. I think there's a lot of intense scenes in this movie that, and to be honest, to this day, even I think that movie's like 1973 or something, and to this day, it still kind of creeps me out.
Kinda?
Yeah, it still creeps me out.
Kinda?
Dude, okay, so I remember, I think they released this movie in the theater, right? When we were working.
They did.
And I went to watch it, and I went to watch it by myself for some reason. And yeah, the whole theater, there was nobody in the theater. And I'm like, okay.
You did that to yourself? What the?
Yeah, I know. That's pretty intense. 2.5 hours.
Me
or
and
whatever.
Jeff had the theater to ourselves to watch Kung Pao because the only other person walked out.
Yeah,
Oh, what a great movie! How can anybody walk out of that? Seriously, like Kung Pao, probably top 5 B movies of all time.
I'll go there. I'll say that. Yeah.
I put it right up there. Kung Fury.
Would you put it up there with, Sharknado got an 88?
No, Sharknado's garbage.
Have you even saw Sharknado?
Yeah, it's like, dude, it looks like a sci-fi movie, like Sci-Fi Channel movie.
Isn't it a Sci-Fi Channel movie?
It is, but it looks
But
like.
then what
it.
the hell, man? Of course it's
No,
Sci-Fi.
but like, I mean, like, you've seen Kung Fury. That's just amazing.
It is good.
Let's look at what
That is
Kung
good
Fury
stuff.
is. Keep going.
All right, but anyway, going to The Exorcist, I definitely think this is a movie that should not be touched. Do you concur?
Yeah, I concur. They did make a TV show about it, but yeah,
You know, it's funny though. So we're doing this list, right? This top 6.
it's like
list.
almost everything we were gonna pick had like a TV show.
Yeah,
made
or
out
a
of it.
TV show. Or
Like we were saying,
and
with
I'm like,
Shining as
what?
well.
Yeah, exactly. We're saying Shining, but it's based on a TV movie too, which started like Steven Weber or whatever, the guy from Wings. It was just terrible. Like I'm just saying though, like Hollywood,
They could have got Scott Bakula.
it still would have been garbage. What are you
I
talking
know.
about?
I'm saying Quantum Leap, Wings. It's all the
Oh
same
God, no, it's not. Get out of
shit.
here.
Next, they're gonna get freaking Raiden from Mortal Kombat because he's Highlander.
With Christopher Lambert.
Yep, Christopher Lambert. I'll just keep going with 80 TV actors.
That's not TV. That's in the movies, man.
Whatever. I don't even know who it was.
You're totally wrong, dude. You totally failed the movie game, guys. Garbage.
Who was the Highlander from the show?
I don't know. Some guy.
No, you know who it was.
I don't know.
You
Actually,
know who it was.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't.
Anyways,
Anyway,
the
But I'm
only
just-
one.
stop making.
They
Great-
remade. They
stop
remade Psycho, Shauna. So that's why
We
didn't-
already,
These are
Psycho's-
movies they should not remake.
Yes, they already made Friday the 13th, the first one, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Psycho. Thank God they didn't remake Jaws. It should have been on our list, but they didn't remake Jaws. They
You know,
made a lot
funny,
of crappy sequels, though.
You know the damn guy from Highlander. He's in the damn
I don't know
third
the actor's
movie.
name. I don't care. I don't know the actor's name. Anyway, Hollywood, did not remake these movies, all right?
Do not make them in TV shows either,
Don't make them as TV shows.
because they will fail.
They will fail.
Remake Highlander though. It was Adrian Paul.
Adrian Paul. Yeah, there you go.
You know who it was.
Yeah.
Shut up, Pete.
Just saying, though. Do not remake these movies because leave them alone, all right? These actually were good movies. They're classics. Don't remake them.
Also, as well, just throwing it out there, I know this has nothing to do with horror, but I don't know if you guys heard or not, but Lethal Weapon is going like down the tube.
Oh,
now, 'cause-
yeah, I heard like Damon Wayans quit.
Yeah.
I don't get this too. Damon Wayans complained about the other guy, got him fired. Now he's quitting.
Yeah.
Didn't he get what he wanted? I don't get it. Now he's like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm too old for this shit." He literally said that.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this shit.
Well, that's the correct line. I mean, he's not
no,
wrong.
he said this is what he said. Honestly, I'm 58 years old.
Damn, he looks good for 58 years
No,
old.
he said, I'm 58 years old and I'm a diabetic and I can't do this anymore. I can't do these action scenes anymore. And I'm like, oh,
Maybe
well,
they'll get Danny Glover to do it.
so that is kind of perfect casting. He is too old for this shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it's a shame too because I actually heard the Lethal Weapon series was actually not
It
bad.
was actually not bad until they killed off Murtaugh, and I was like, what the hell happened? And then I did watch the first episode with Sean William Scott. I was like, oh, okay, this is like not that bad. But I didn't watch after that, but...
And then Damon Wayne's like, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
You know,
Purge exactly the exact week
he
later.
was trying to like totally sabotage the whole
yeah,
series.
like
and all.
Sean William Scott's probably like, little thunder, little lightning, and he's like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
What a
He's
shit.
like, homie, don't play that.
You know what though? But you know what? We should have a list of remakes that actually were good.
Remakes that were good?
We should
Evil
have a
Dead.
list.
Number one on my list.
Which
Evil
one?
Dead. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead?
Yeah.
Never
the new
seen
one.
it.
The new
Yeah,
one.
the new one. I saw the old one not too long ago, actually, last week.
I didn't like the original.
The original?
The original.
Do you know which one that is?
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell one?
Yeah, I know it is. And then they had
it-
Evil
it-
Dead 2, and then they had Army
Okay,
of
I just want to
Darkness.
make sure you know which ones are which.
Yeah, I didn't like any of those movies.
You didn't like any of those movies?
Nope.
You're crazy.
Nope, not crazy.
You're insane.
Joshua overhyped those for me.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not a big fan of Monty Python either.
You have bad taste.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
And you would listen to this guy on movie reviews? Okay.
That's fine. You don't have to listen to me on movie reviews.
Just saying though. I think the Evil Dead trilogy was really good. In my opinion. I haven't watched the new one yet. I do have it on DVD, so I should probably watch it. Maybe that'll be.
You gotta remember, Pete also liked Watchmen, so
I didn't say I liked it. I thought
liar.
No, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't say it was great. It could have been better.
No, that's hot trash.
I don't say it's hot trash.
It's hot trash.
It's not hot trash.
Dumpster fire.
Not dumpster fire.
Yep.
You just hate Zack Snyder.
It's warranted.
You hate Zack Snyder.
It's warranted.
Like, you don't like 300.
Dawn of the Dead. There you go. Great remake.
That is a great.
That is a great remake.
And it's a horror movie. Boom.
You know what,
and
though?
it's made by Zack Snyder as well.
Yeah. So there you
know
go.
what, though?
So shut your mouth, Pete.
I saw actually, that's pretty good because I saw actually both movies, and that one is actually a real damn good remake.
It's an excellent remake.
Wow. There you go. We might have that on the list next week.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other thoughts about all this?
No, let's talk about some Walking Dead real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can we
So there's nothing else. It's
all right. Anyway.
There's only football picks left after
All right.
this.
Anyway. So let's talk about
Walking Dead. Episode's called The New Beginning. I think it takes place
A year and a half.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a while
future.
because Maggie's son is like old enough to crawl now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so I haven't watched last season. I only watched like the first episode of last season.
Spoiler alert! Just letting you know that now we're probably going to spoil some things. So just.
Well, I know. Spoiler alert that Coral is no more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fact. Carl's dead.
Carl's dead. Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
Trying to help bring a.
Negan is alive, but
jail.
in jail.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
wow, like I haven't even seen and I already know what's going on.
The Sanctuary, the
Hilltop,
the Sanctuary, which is the Savior's place.
Yes.
The Hilltop, the Kingdom in Alexandria are now all like part of like a little trade group in a circle, but it's all like free trade. Like no one's making anyone do anything for anybody. Some of the Sanctuary people are not happy about Rick, but it's not. It's like a very small minority who's not very vocal.
Yeah.
The rest of them are pretty happy that Rick's kind of like took over.
Yeah.
So Daryl's been stationed there, but he doesn't like it there.
Because of the fact what has happened to him.
Yeah, so what happened to him there. So, like, he's, like, kind of like...
Hey, he got tortured and all that stuff?
So it's like, I need to get out of here. So, like, they're kind of leaning to Carol taking over. But Carol's now...
Ezekiel's...
Yeah,
boom.
sleeping with Ezekiel. Which, Ezekiel...
It's kind of funny, though, because they tease her and...
Daryl.
No,
but they still kind of tease them in the...
No, but didn't they tease her and Morgan, too? Kind of?
No. I didn't feel that.
I didn't feel it. I think they just had very similar
like
goals,
thought process.
Yeah, thought processes about not killing people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they were like very they were both very pacifist.
So is Carol not killing people again?
No, she's killing people now.
She's killing people.
See, that's why that's my biggest complaint with Walking Dead. It's like the fact that there's no character development. It's like, seriously, they so flip-flop, these guys, that it just drives me nuts. For some reason, Carol's like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill anymore. I can't be in this group anymore. So she like takes off. I remember. Then now she's back in, and it's just kind of like, make up your damn mind. It's just kind of one of the things where it drives me nuts as a character. Because the same with Rick, I feel like.
Yeah, both of them flip-flop a lot.
So much so that you're like, make up your damn mind.
I think it's weird that Michonne's like homemaker now.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, stuff like that
is like, I don't know. It's like really weird.
But it is like, you've seen her like at her weakest.
Yeah.
And you've seen her grow out of that, and she's becoming now more of like a mom figure for like
for Ethel or was it Ethel or Edel or whatever?
No, you're thinking Enith.
Enith, yeah.
No, it's Judith.
Judith.
Yeah,
she's becoming more of a mother figure for Judith, which I can see, you can tell because of the fact she has grown into that character.
Judith must be like 5 years old now, right?
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like walking and talking for sure.
Yeah.
Like, but
okay, so
they're showing them basically building up crops.
Yeah.
So like they basically have like solar panels now, and like they're
advancing.
Yeah, they're advancing now because it's a year and a half since like no fighting.
Yeah.
So like, and they actually have the ocean side in the trade route as well.
All the women. Or
yeah.
whatever?
So like everyone's like kind of like in on it. Everyone's cool. Everyone has like their specific things they're doing. So like the opening scene in this one is like they're going to like the Museum of Natural History, I believe.
Yeah.
So like they're going to get seeds because they like would grow plants like underneath it. So they wind up finding all these seeds, like, these cultivators and stuff like that. And so they're trying to advance the civilization and stuff like that. I don't know if I'll go into a spoiler of what happens on the road.
Nah, just leave it alone.
Yeah, like so there's something that kind of like happens, and you get a little bit of seeing like Gregory's scummy side of
Gregory.
Yeah, of the scummy side of Gregory, and but it was pretty good for a season premiere.
So you liked it?
Yeah, it's going in a good direction.
So I heard this season premiere got the lowest rating of any season premiere for Walking Dead.
Yeah. But I think that's because of them coming off of last season when I think if they would, here's the problem is the end of last season they don't have a bad guy. They don't like who's the evil? Who are they fighting? Because they haven't been fighting the walkers for years. No. It's always like human infighting. So is Gregory the evil? Like that's the evilest, the most evil guy you have? He's a wimp.
Yeah, he is a wimp. So Negan's not considered a well, I mean,
he's jailed. He's not. There's nothing about Negan.
Yes, there's nothing. There's no threat now. Now, with the fact that like someone became sick, okay, that's a threat. But it's if we're in fact of like a horde of zombies that they can't stop is coming towards them, that's a threat. But now there is really no threat. Everyone's just getting along.
So they don't really push anything in the first episode.
No.
It's cool seeing them advance and make advancements. I'm not sure where they're going with the season, though.
I think that's a problem with The Walking Dead, though. I feel like it's because they got the lowest ratings of any season premiere. I feel like they're kind of like, where are they going to go with this? Now, I do know they're going to introduce a storyline in this season where it is going to introduce new villains. But, in the same time, I feel like it's going to be more of the same.
Whatever happened to the wolves or whatever they were?
They got killed.
Like, they just, wiped out the whole,
pretty
group
much.
of them?
Pretty much. Well, that's the problem, though. I feel like they have certain things where they introduce new villains, and they kill them off, and then they introduce new ones, and then kill them off, and they just never really kind of, have any balance where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think there's no end game with this TV show, too, now. I mean, where are they going to go now? If they're all kind of in the, have, a working society, where's the...
It's all infighting.
Yeah.
That's really the only way they could do it.
But it's always infighting, though. I feel like...
Well, not really.
I mean, I think they could honestly build up this huge horde that they can't stop. And it will just trample.
But, I mean, it's kind of like something we've seen before. We've always seen something like this. We've always seen, where there's a bunch of walkers they have to kind of deal with. Or there's, some guy that tries to take over or try to kill him. And they have to deal with.
They could really end the show in one of two ways. They can end the show by killing everybody.
Yeah.
Or they can end the show by maybe this was just a North American thing. And maybe Europe comes over and they're like, oh, we're trying to look for any survivors to take you guys back to Europe because there's no sickness over there.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a kind of
It's kind of one of those things where it's based on a comic book series, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost it's beneficial and detrimental at the same time. It's beneficial because you got plenty of stories you can go by, but detrimental because this comic book series ain't gonna have no end.
No.
Yeah.
There's no end in comic book series. There's no way Robert Kirkman's gonna be
I know they're teasing this is Rick's last episode. It's probably gonna be Maggie's last episodes, but where?
But that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna carry the show now?
Negan.
Daryl and Negan.
Yeah.
I don't think Daryl's good enough to carry the show.
I don't think he is either. But they're in contract talks with him carrying the show.
Yeah. But I like Morgan, dude. I'd love to see Morgan come back. I thought he carried Fear of the Walking Dead great.
Mm.
Yeah, but and another thing, will people accept Negan to be the leader, even though he does have some of a fan base?
Yeah.
You think he will?
Yeah. I think if a threat comes.
Yeah.
If a human threat comes and brutalizes Rick, and that's his send off. And Negan sees that. In fact, he sees what Rick has done for the people, and whatnot, and he's taking the man to be like, "Hey, yeah, this is bullshit."
So is he gonna Jamie Lannister it in Pete's opinion?
He could. My whole thing is, I think one of the biggest mistakes they made in this whole series is the fact that they killed Carl, because to me in the comic books, Carl's still alive, and Negan does take over, and
what were they going to do? Recast him?
He was done.
Yeah,
I understand that, but I'm saying that's the biggest mistake they had. I should have had a way of figuring out how to still keep him on, because the whole thing is Negan kind of was the father figure of Carl and becomes that.
Yeah.
I think in the comics Rick does die, and Negan takes over and he becomes the father figure of Carl. So and Carl's kind of gonna be the next whatever leader. He's kind of building up to be that.
But at some point, like Chandler Riggs, the guy who plays Carl, he's done.
I get why, but
look at the fact of another show that I watched, Shameless. You got the main cast quitting. Like Amy Rossum, I think that's how you say your name. She's gone.
Yeah, and then another brother is quitting too, right?
And then another brother's quitting.
Did they just write him off the show?
Yeah.
See,
and then now you have a family that's pretty much like that.
End your show before the cast leaves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think TV shows need to have an end game. They need to be like, okay.
Well, Walking Dead's been going on way too long, anyways. Like they're on like season 9.
Yeah.
So it's Shameless.
Yeah. They should have probably ended Walking Dead probably
5.
Probably the first year of Negan. They probably should have ended it. Like
probably.
that should have been the end.
Yeah, so it would have been a good ending. Like they went over to kill, whatever, beat Negan, and then boom, that's the end.
Yeah.
And you see them kind of living supposedly happily ever after, or
in Alexandria or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you're right though, because I feel like that's a problem with the shows that go way too long, and these actors don't want to be committed to these shows forever. They feel like they need to move on to do something else with their lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that's the problem too.
Well, you know what's funny, dude? They're gonna have to hurry up with Stranger Things because they're not gonna be able to do that many years because those kids are gonna get too old.
Oh, yeah. Dude, 5-6 seasons, that's it. And then,
dude, I don't even know if they're gonna be able to get away with that because those kids are gonna be too either that or they're gonna have to say 3 years later or something like that.
Yeah.
Because those kids are going to get way too old too quick.
You're going to see, what's his name, having mustaches.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God, man. It's going to be, exactly. They're going to start hitting puberty really quick.
Yep. And they got to take care of that, and get that show on the road.
Yeah, I agree. But it's kind of one of those things where, I feel like, you don't want to be completely too committed with these TV series. You got to have some sort of ending and all. And I think it's great that Game of Thrones is ending next year because I feel a lot of the actors probably in that cast feel the same way too.
Yeah, they probably want to move on.
Yeah.
Daenerys was already in Solo.
Yeah.
Sansa, she's in Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
So is Maisie Williams. She's also in the other Fox mutant movie that has been...
The New
Mutants,
that was supposed to come out this year. Bullshit, Fox, doing their thing.
But you see...
Speaking of which, January 1st, Disney now owns Fox.
Yes, that is true. Yep.
So that is going through. They will have them on January 1st, which is just in time for Wolverine to be in Avengers 4. You heard it here first.
I tell you what, if they pulled that coup,
dude,
that'd be amazing.
Dude, if Hugh Jackman is in Avengers 4... Nerdgasm.
But you know what though? Already I feel like Avengers 4 has so much going on for it. Like the fact that so the other day, this is another thing that we should have talked about breaking news. So Mark Ruffalo, being the spoiler man that he is, it's so funny. So he's on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, I saw
and
that.
He's like, and Jimmy's like, can you at least tell me the title of the new Avengers movie? And it's like, I don't know if I should do it. Okay, I'll just tell you. And then he tells it, but they bleeped it out and they covered they bleeped it out and they have covered his mouth and all that, so you don't see what he said. So and then he goes on and tells this whole scene about the movie. Of course, I'm pretty sure this is a gag. He's just not really. This is not what is going on.
Is it though? Because he did it before. He said everyone dies.
He did do that.
In Infinity War, he did do that
in an interview. But that's not everybody died.
Pretty much.
No, not everybody.
Everybody that wasn't an original Defender or Avenger pretty much died. Is there any Netflix shows coming out this week? I know Daredevil's next week.
Daredevil looks amazing.
Castlevania's the week after.
Oh my goodness.
Making a Murderer? Is that this week?
Yes, that is this week. Making a Murderer.
Dude, Netflix has been killing it.
Dude, every week.
Yes.
Every week. Seriously.
Big Mouth last week. Oh my freaking God, that was hilarious.
Killing it, man.
Dude, they are, man. They are just you posted that thing today, which service you want.
I'll be honest, okay.
It's not even close. It's like Netflix and I would say I can't even say HBO because they literally have 3 shows that I watch.
Game of Thrones. It's funny because Jamie...
Game of Thrones, Westworld, and Ballers. That's
so
it.
It's kind of funny because Jamie's like, well, I'll do it for Game of Thrones, but
yeah, but it's over after this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
But I'll be honest,
Netflix,
there's nothing on the other networks.
Yeah, and that end of Castle Rock, Hulu can keep it.
What? Yeah,
so I'm mad about it. Dude, I love the show too.
I have not ended it yet. To be honest with you.
What do you mean?
I didn't watch it the end. I wasn't on that episode.
What?
You weren't on that.
You didn't watch?
No, because I.
Oh yeah, because it was me, Ryan Raymond, and Ryan. Oh yeah,
dude, you haven't watched the end yet?
No, I haven't watched the end.
Dude,
because I don't want to.
You're better off, man. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss.
You knew you heard from us?
Yeah, because I was watching this show like when I was at work. I was like, I shouldn't watch this.
Yeah, dude, ignorance is bliss.
Wow.
Don't watch it. Just let it stay
yeah, because it's just as good as, remember how it is.
Yeah.
Just remember how it is, man.
All right, let's move on to football picks.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. We missed one. We missed one. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, Blair Witch.
You know what? You're bad at math. You really are bad at math.
I'll admit it.
You're bad at math, man.
So number 6.
Slightly up top 6. Was Blair Witch. This was a phenomenon back then.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I remember when this first came out in 99.
It was 99.
99, yeah. So people actually thought this movie was real.
Yeah, I thought
they thought it was a real snuff film. Great job from the actors.
You know what? It was a great job, too. So Sci-Fi Network, I remember that time, had this little documentary thing, I think, before the movie came out, like, talking about the movie. And they have all these, like, interviews with people and clips and all this stuff talking about the Blair Witch and how in that town, Delaware or whatever. And it was,
I think it was in Maryland.
Maryland. Oh, no, it's Delaware, I think it was.
We're in Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware. So anyway, it was really creepy, that whole stuff and all that. I think it was...
Keep going.
Okay, so I think it was in Delaware and all that, so it really creeped me out. And then when I watched the movie, that really creeped me out. But of course, like the week later...
Maryland.
It was Maryland?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, close.
At least I'm good at geography.
Well, I'm just saying it, but it definitely creeped me out, though, the whole thing. Because when I saw it, it looked like a snuff film. It looked like, oh man, these guys really did get killed over there doing this, getting lost in the woods and all.
It was like one of the first found footage movies that like everyone freaked out, thought they were real. I remember watching it as a kid.
Yeah.
Thought it was real.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Even the movies after it, like not Blair Witch wise, but like found footage films wise, like you say, like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
I thought was real. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When I first saw that, wasn't it The Quarantine? Even though I know the main actress who played in it.
Wasn't that Dexter's sister?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
That's a really good horror movie, actually. Yeah. I actually really like that. It's based on, I think, Wreck. Yeah. It's a really good horror movie, actually. So. But, I mean, it seemed like a trend, dude. I think that the Blair Witch probably started a trend where they did all these, like, found footage horror movies and all that.
Horror movies and
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield's another one, yes.
Oh, God, I don't remember that.
You don't like Cloverfield? I like the original Cloverfield.
I thought it was really
I watched a little bit.
The only issue I have with the original Cloverfield is the whole plot line.
Like
the whole main, reason he goes, back across town. It's like
for his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, for his ex-girlfriend who was like a bitch anyways.
Yeah, he pretty much dumped him.
Yeah, and he's like, no, we gotta go back across town and save her.
Oh yeah,
And didn't she die at the end anyway?
Well, I think they both died. I think all of them died.
Yeah, that's probably right, yeah.
Why should Blair Witch not even be considered a D movie, in your opinion, Shauna? I thought the Blair Witch is excellent.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it. It was really, well, I mean, the actors sold it. They actually made it seem like it was real. Because, I mean, I was actually watching last week, and...
It's really the first mockumentary I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll say, for a horror movie, yes.
Yeah, for a horror movie.
Yes, definitely. It really was. Because I remember... Because, like I said, a lot of people actually watching this film thought it was real. Where so much so, like I said, the actors up here in the Tonight Show trying to be like, oh, yeah, I think the filmmakers wanted to keep it that way, but unfortunately...
American Vandal's a hilarious mockumentary.
Fuck you, funny or die.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, you should be, man.
Absolute crap.
What?
You obviously never seen Blair Witch Project 2 if you think this one's absolute crap.
Who, Shauna said that?
Yeah.
No, Blair Witch Project 2 is terrible. This actually is a good movie. I actually like this movie. It's a good horror movie. Blair Witch Project 2, absolutely trash.
I'm so scared right now.
Dude, she did great job.
Hey, all I gotta say is when movies mock your scenes, you know you made it.
Yeah,
and
Scary Movie
mocked it.
Yep. They did.
So the fact
Scary
is,
Movie mocked a lot of things.
But a lot of good
Matrix. Mocked Matrix, another great movie.
And that mock Scream, of course.
Okay, you got a haunted house that mocked freaking Paranormal Activity.
Haunted House?
Yeah, a haunted house with Marlon Wayans.
What's a haunted house?
A haunted house was a movie that came
It's
out.
a parody movie.
It's a parody
Oh,
movie.
I thought you were talking about the movie with Eddie Murphy.
No, that is Haunted House, actually.
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted
Haunted Mansion, yeah.
That was close. Whatever.
Anyway, any more thoughts about this, guys? Is this the final movie, by the way?
Oh, let's check.
Let's
Let's check. No, football picks
All
are
right,
next.
fine. All right, good.
Football picks are next.
All right. Anyways,
Nope, that was not me.
so who's leading right now?
You are by one game. Then
Oh.
Rhino, but one game behind. Then I'm one game behind
Man,
Rhino.
the pressure, man.
And then Chris is 2 games behind me, I believe.
Yeah.
The pressure, man. The pressure of...
So, Thursday Night Football, we got the Philadelphia Birds versus the New York Football Giants. We're split down the middle. Me and the other New Yorker over here taking the New York Football Giants.
Okay, and the funny thing is, I almost picked the Eagles, but then I'm like, I'm just going to pick the Giants. Just for the fact that actually you guys played good against the Panthers. And I think all this stuff, this drama that happened this past week with
Bringing
Odell.
us closer as a team.
Yeah, Odell kind of calling out your team, and even the coach got fired up too.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, hey, if you're going to say something, ask him, okay? Because this is done. Finito. He literally said that. Finito. Done, all right? Ask Odell, all right? If you got a question, ask him. So, yeah, they seem fired up, so I think they're going to win this. And you picked against the Eagles. I mean, you picked the Eagles, right?
I picked the Eagles. I mean, I'm sorry, but Eli doesn't have it anymore.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Talk to his 2 rings.
I mean, I'll talk to Odell's pass.
Oh, that's a hell of a pass, by the way.
You could talk to Odell's pass, but Odell has 0 rings right now.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, Eli won Super Bowls with far less better receivers than Odell. So what's Odell doing to help out Eli?
True.
He's catching balls.
Is he?
He did play well.
Is he? I remember a Packers playoff game where he was dropping everything coming his ways.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
So-
that's just a Packer playoff game. What is he doing this year?
No,
He's making
okay,
plays.
we'll see. We'll
He's
see.
making plays. He got Saquon Barkley.
We'll see.
They're both making plays.
We'll see what happens.
I really think the issue with the offense is the offensive line.
Possibly.
I mean, we don't have a guy like Ali Marpet that we could pay like freaking $60 billion for the next 5 years.
What you mean?
Dude, you see year 3 of his
Yeah,
contract?
yeah.
$33 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Year 3 of that dude's contract.
What team?
Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's good. He's a good guard though.
yeah, he's a good guard.
Hey, you can't find those.
Nope, you can't.
All right, next.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons.
So you're the only one to pick the Bucks, right?
Of course, I am the only one that picked the Bucks.
Because unlike some people, he doesn't go against his own team.
Which is great.
Yes, the next game we have is that Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Believe we have a little Pittsburgh at Cleveland action going on.
No, it's Pittsburgh. Not Cleveland. It's Chargers at Cleveland.
Sure.
Or you mean Bengals at Cleveland?
No.
No, Pittsburgh at
It's
Bengals.
Pittsburgh at Bengals. Yeah, it's Pittsburgh at Bengals. Okay, there we go, guys.
Man, we're getting old.
And we
huh?
all picked the Bengals. The Bungles. Then we had the Chargers at Cleveland. Yes.
We all picked the Browns.
We all picked the Browns. Let's write down today, day in infamy. We all picked the Browns. Will that ever happen again?
No.
Probably not.
If they lose this Sunday, no.
Really? So if they lose this one game, you're not going to pick them for the rest of the season?
No, I won't say that. It's just we're not all gonna pick them.
You never know.
I'm just saying though.
Buffalo at Houston. We all picked Houston.
Yes.
Now, is it going to be in overtime? Their last 2 wins have come in overtime.
You're love the overtime games, don't you?
I would have rather them get 2 ties in a row, but I'll take wins.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh man, the next game is Chicago Bears at the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, okay, now you can talk about it now.
Yeah. So Ryan's favorite team's the Dolphins. He says the Dolphins are the best team in the NFL. Ryan Tannehill, most underrated quarterback in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
Yet he picks the Bears on the road to beat his own team. But guess what, guys? I got you, Dolphins. I got you guys. You're gonna beat them. You're gonna do it. I have faith in you. And I'm not going to ever let it down. Rhino's going to get shit talked over the rest of his life when fucking Dolphins win, and I picked them to win. Woo!
You know what? I have no faith in them, so yeah, they're going to lose.
Nope.
They're going to lose.
They're going to win.
Dude.
Khalil Mack is going to win.
Don't matter.
Shop.
They're going to win.
Gotta wreck them. Dude, look at Tannehill, man. Mr. Underrated quarterback. What? He had an interception, pick 6, and then also a fumble for a touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
14 points
Eli
right there,
Hader,
man.
who would you rather have as quarterback, Ryan Tannehill or Eli Manning?
Eli Manning.
That's hilarious.
Arizona at the Minnesota Vikings. We all have the Vikings.
Yep.
Indianapolis at the New York Jets. We all
The
have
Jets!
the Jets. All of us.
Darnold, man. Darnold tearing it up.
Hey, Darnold.
Hey, Darnold. And then Crowell, too. Throwing it up, too, man.
Then we have Seattle at Oakland. I am the only one that went with Oakland.
Dude,
David Carr, baby.
Dude,
Derek Carr.
Yeah, he hasn't even performed this year, man.
Dude, he put up like 40 points on the Browns, and they have a good defense.
Well, hey, guess what? The Rays have a bad defense.
Yeah, well, Seattle has a bad everything.
Well, not really.
Tyler Lockett's pretty good.
Yeah, but their offensive line's trash.
Yeah.
Straight trash.
Yeah,
homie.
but guess what? If the Raiders had Khalil Mack, it might be a different story, right?
One guy, dude. One guy.
One guy.
Calm down.
Hold on.
Calm down.
Pause.
One guy.
Pause. The first Browns game, one guy got a sack, touchdown, interception, and all that kind of stuff.
What are you talking about?
Khalil Mack. One game.
They played the Browns?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Browns game.
No, the Bears game.
Bears game,
The first Bears game that he was.
Yeah, and guess what? They lost.
They did lose?
Yeah, to the Packers.
Yeah, they did lose that first game.
Oh,
But he came back. Like Aaron Rodgers came back.
Yeah,
in the end.
against the defense.
Yeah,
with
but they
Khalil
won,
Mack.
They won all the other games. And Khalil Mack been tearing it up, man.
Nah, dude, I'm going to tell you something. Mitchell Trubisky's never going to have a game again in his career like he had against the Bucs. It's just not going to happen.
God.
Dude, no,
terrible.
that'll never happen again. I'm telling you. That was like the perfect storm of the Bucs sucking and them playing out of their
Okay,
minds.
question. You saw that game, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to ask too many questions, but Khalil Mack, he looked really good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Every person probably looks really good against
I'm
the
just
Bucs.
saying, though, he makes a difference. He would have made a difference.
I'm sorry. No, you can't say Khalil Mack isn't a beast. He's like Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly is a beast.
They play different positions, but yeah.
They play the same position.
No, Luke Kuechly's a middle linebacker. He's an outside linebacker. He's an edge rusher.
Okay, so pretty much.
Von Miller is Khalil Mack's I would say they're the same.
So I would say both of them are kind of identical.
Yeah, they're both beasts.
Yes.
Or J.J. Watt. That's someone else you can compare.
But no, he's a defensive end.
But it's like that's in a 4-3. They're like the same thing in a 3-4, but they stand up. It's just like the different base defenses. If J.J. Watt was in a 3-4, he would be the same position.
Probably, yeah.
Because Brian Cushing is more like what's his name from the Panthers? Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
And if he never got injured a million times, Brian Cushing would have been awesome too.
That's true.
He's like more like Ray Lewis, like Kuechly. And we still put up like 30 points on him. The Giants. We lost our freaking field goal. 63-yard field goal. That's bullshit.
It's funny. It's just, I don't know, man.
63-yard field
I mean, you can't really, what can
Carolina at Washington. Me and Pete went Washington. Rhino and Chris went Carolina.
You guys believe in Alex Smith?
I just believe in Washington at home.
And I also think that
isn't that Josh Norman?
yeah, he plays there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, want to get revenge against his old team, man.
Yeah.
Rams at Denver. We all went Rams.
Rams are just tearing that up.
Yeah, they are. Jacksonville at Dallas. We all went Jacksonville. Oh, did you see the great Jason Garrett finally got questioned by Jerry Jones? I think his time's coming to an end.
Probably.
Baltimore, Tennessee. We all went Tennessee. Kansas City at New England. Now, this is kind of crazy because all of us except for Chris went New England. So, Kansas City doesn't look like they could even be beat at this point.
Nope.
But, New England at home.
Playing Foxborough.
And it's a Sunday night game.
And they got Edelman back, and they got, what's his name? Gordon?
Yep, Josh Gordon.
Yep.
They can have all those people back, but guess what? If you pressure Brady, he's not going to
Yeah, but I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs have a good defense.
Well, Justin Houston's hurt, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Dude, until I see Patrick Mahomes stopped, it's like, honestly, it was really hard for me to pick.
I tell you what, man, if they beat New England in Foxborough, I'll be really impressed with Chiefs.
I'll be impressed, but I'm still not buying it because the Patriots' defense ain't that great.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
So pretty much you just keep Brady on the bench, and just
I'll be honest with you,
the
man.
clock.
Right now, I can't see it being anybody but Chiefs Rams, barring injuries.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Even though like they don't do good in the playoffs, the Chiefs. Maybe it's just
But it's
Alex Smith.
Mahomes. Yeah,
it's
it's
Alex
like-
Smith.
it's Mahomes. Like you don't know
The kid is good, man.
how it's going to be when it gets to when it gets to that time. I'll tell you what though, dude, Cincinnati has a good defense and Marvin Lewis is a good defensive coach. So like if they don't do good in the playoffs either.
But I'm saying they don't do good in the playoffs.
But dude, that's going to be a tough team to beat come playoff time.
I'll be honest, man. I like the Bears in the NFC, honestly. You say that
I think they're overrated.
No, I don't think so.
Who'd they beat? They beat Tampa Bay. No offense, you guys can't stop a nosebleed on defense.
Sure.
Okay.
And
Seattle.
And Seattle's garbage.
And who's the other team?
They beat Arizona, and they're garbage.
Oh yeah, they are garbage.
Dude, let me see them beat. I can't even say Green Bay.
Actually,
good.
if they beat
Green Bay just got wrecked by the Detroit.
Hey, if they beat Miami and Miami, that's actually shows promise.
Who?
The Bears being. What, you don't like Miami at all?
No.
Well,
I think Miami has a good defensive line though.
They
like
do.
Cameron Wake and
yeah.
who's on the other side?
They
of
got
the line?
rid of Sue. They do not have the defensive line as they used
Sue's
to.
overrated.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, but he's on the Rams.
And he's old now.
But Aaron Donald's on the Rams, and that dude's raw.
Yeah, man, he makes that guy's job easy.
Yeah, he does. Let's get back to the last game. San Francisco at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
This is not your days of your Steve Young versus Brett Favre.
Oh, yeah.
This
Those days
is
are long gone, man.
Who is the quarterback for the 49ers now?
Well, I don't know, since Garoppolo's hurt.
They should get Kaepernick back. I'm just saying. Took him to a Super Bowl. Just saying.
You know what? You know what's funny about Kaepernick? Wasn't he a backup like not so long ago and did start and didn't do good as well? I want to say like a couple years ago.
No, dude, Chip Kelly went there, and Chip Kelly's an idiot.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly was fucking coaching that team?
Yeah. And
then God.
Dude, he benched him for Blaine Gabbert. Like, who the hell wants Blaine Gabbert as their quarterback?
Chip Kelly is like the worst coach ever.
By the way, how bad is Blake Bortles? Like, did you see him this weekend against the Chiefs?
I don't want to talk about that guy, man. Because he did so well against the Jets. He destroyed us.
Dude, he's so garbage, though. God, he's so bad.
I don't know what the Jets were doing that day, man.
I don't know either, but dude, Blake Bortles is freaking hot trash. Like, Jacksonville goes out and gets any quarterback, they're better than having Blake Bortles.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Dude, go find, I don't know, go get freaking Nick
Kirk
Foles.
Cousins or something like that.
Well, Kirk Cousins is like, that's the starter over there.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Dude, go get Sam Bradford. Go get Nick Foles. Go get Teddy Bridgewater. Go get somebody that's like backing up somebody right now because freaking Blake Bortles is hot trash. That team...
Yeah, and I don't understand the Jets that week, man. They completely got smoked by Blake Bortles.
Dude, you know what it was? It was revenge for last year, dude, because you guys smoked them last year.
We did.
Dude, they probably had that in their mind.
I know.
Probably.
Because, dude, you guys kicked their ass last year.
We did.
And they're like, hell no, that ain't happening again.
I know. It's funny how teams...
They're on a revenge tour this year.
Yeah.
They beat the Patriots and the Jets.
Yep. It's true, though. It's funny how that works, man. Because I feel like some teams... That's why it's funny when we do these picks, you also got to look at how they played like last year, what happened last year. You know?
Yeah.
I remember one of the teams we lost last year were the Broncos, and they killed us last year. And of
I
course,
heard you guys destroyed Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Like, because they said, like, you guys had, like, the perfect formula to, like, stopping Case Keenum.
No, we look good. We look really good against them, but we'll see what we do against the Colts.
Yeah, so that's all we have this week. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all the social medias.
Like, follow, share our stuff.
We'll be back next week. We'll have a new, slightly off top six.
Yes.
Any idea what we're doing yet, gentlemen?
Not off the top of my head.
It's going to be Halloween related.
Definitely it's going to be Halloween based.
One of these weeks we're going to do our top 6 candies. Because I know Chris's won't have anything to do with chocolate since he's allergic.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Crap.
That's like I think it's bad being allergic to milk. It would be worse to be allergic to chocolate.
Dude, I kind of killed my whole plan there. I was going to have like Snickers and all that stuff and eat it right in front of you guys.
Absolutely.
Well, he won't care.
Absolutely not. You can have that. I don't care.
Yep.
Well,
but either way, tomorrow, look out. There's a trailer for Aladdin, apparently.
with Will Smith.
With Will Smith as the genie. Apparently it's
Hopefully
coming out.
this doesn't ruin my childhood.
Hopefully it won't. Probably won't. And also as well, there's a new trailer for Glass coming out tomorrow with Samuel L. Jackson.
I still gotta watch
Bruce
Unbreakable.
Willis, and James McAvoy. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow on the page. I'll post that as soon as it goes up. So that's it.
Did Marvel announce anything at New York Comic Con, by the way?
Nope. They just released
2 Comic-Cons in a row. They didn't announce shit.
Dude,
What the hell's going on?
They really need to announce anything, man. They make millions of dollars.
I want to know what's happening after Avengers.
No.
You're not gonna find out until after Avengers.
Why not even a name?
You're not gonna find out until
After
Comic-Con.
Marvel?
Well,
Captain Marvel?
what's the big
Comic-Con?
any Disney movies coming out this?
Nutcracker.
Is that for
Wreck-It
Disney?
Ralph.
And Mary Poppins.
Yep.
You think you'll see a trailer?
For what?
Avengers?
No.
Not till next year.
No, you won't see a trailer till after Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
For
No,
Avengers.
I don't believe that.
I'll put money on it.
I don't believe it.
I'll put money on it.
No, because I'll say
It's gonna be a teaser. It won't be a trailer.
I'll say January.
I said January too.
Then why not wait till February? Like it's literally like right there.
Okay, so I'll probably say a Super Bowl TV spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
February though. But
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a teaser. There's no way they're gonna give it because the thing is
What
they,
happened in the first trailer?
They can't show Captain Marvel in the trailer though, and you know Captain Marvel's gonna be in the movie.
They showed Black Panther in the trailer, first trailer.
Yeah, but he was in Civil War.
Shit.
But they already showed the trailer for Captain Marvel, so you know they already.
Yeah, but they can't. Here's the thing: is like anything that they show of Captain Marvel could possibly be a spoiler.
Dude.
So
Yeah, but you haven't seen her use any of her powers in the trailer
He
yet.
did.
Not really.
Not really.
She like.
But not really.
Not really. You
Not
decided
really.
like her flip up and like.
Well, here's the
that's
thing
it.
though. They're gonna show, of course, Tony. They're gonna show Captain America. They're gonna show they can show.
Yeah, it's Will Smith as Genie.
Yeah, they're gonna show. They can show those characters and get away with the trailer. My whole thing is you can't show anybody else. You can't show Black Panther, Spider-Man, any of those characters if they come back.
It's very honestly. I think if they show anything, it's just going to be like basically showing the original team assembling.
You know what's crazy? The fact that they're getting away with not trying to reveal a title.
But you know what? They can't even show like Tony with Captain. Like they can't show any of that because Tony's out on freaking Titans.
So what if they do like a trailer like how Christopher Nolan did with The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, where they didn't show any picture or anything? They just had the voices.
That's what. Yeah,
They can
that's
do that.
exactly what it'll be.
They can-
Yeah.
Yeah,
They can do that.
I can see them doing that.
Because,
But
like, honestly,
that'll be
dude,
reveal the title though.
Yeah, it's way too...
You know what they're gonna do? That's probably what they're gonna do. They have voiceovers, and then they're gonna reveal the title, and that's probably gonna be the whole. That'll be the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I think it's gonna be, and now I think it's gonna be Annihilation.
Dude.
Avengers Annihilation.
But what about Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Oh my! Why did you have to do that? That
Look at
movie's
that-
terrible.
What was the alien one? It was the after. No, damn it.
I'm still going with what I said. Secret Invasion. I'm sticking with it.
Annihilation seems like the perfect one because they say it's something that's very cryptic, a cryptic title, something that's very like almost foreboding, like something that's gonna be.
I thought
bad.
it was like what? I forgot what I said. It was like Avengers. Endgame. Yeah.
Endgame is probably There's rumors for that, but I think Annihilation's another because a lot of people are saying like lately it might be Annihilation. That's like the rumor right now. So I've been reading online like some people are saying that Annihilation might be the one. So that's kind of what might happen. It seems kind of like fitting too. So we'll see.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. I'm the real Ant-Man.
E-Temp.
King Black Chair. I'm gonna say Chris King. Bye.
Peace out, guys.